Welcome back. The Herd is coming up next right here on FS1. Let's take a sec, check in with Colin Cowherd. Hey, Colin, what is on the show?
Well, the Rams go for it. They did it last year with a splashy signing or two, and they got to the Super Bowl. I'll tell you why they did it. Plus, Jason Garrett, Jerry doubles down. He's my guy. But does he believe it? That's coming up.
All right, thank you. Time for our final topic of the day. The Patriots have suspended defensive end Michael Bennett for an argument he had with his position coach Friday. It reportedly happened after reviewing film from the Thursday night game against the Giants, in which Bennett played only 11 snaps. Bennett said it was a philosophical disagreement, and he apologized to his teammates. So, Shannon, how do you see this one playing out?
I think they'll get past it, but Michael is finding out it's a lot more difficult to play for. You know, from the outside looking in, oh, man, they go to the playoffs every year, yada, yada, yada. But it's a lot different because when you're in Tampa, you're in Seattle, you're in Philly, you get an opportunity to voice yourself. As players, you get to have an opportunity to talk to the coach like, man, I don't believe in that. No. Not in New England.
Nope.
Coach Belichick has empowered the coaches. They're always going to be right, so therefore the players stay in your place. And if you can't do that, you got to get up out of here. And this is why they keep it moving every single year. And this is why it's so difficult. You can't have an ego there, Skip. You must leave your ego at home, because if you check it at the door, you might run back when Coach Belichick leave and grab it and come back in there with it. You leave it at home, and you don't have any problems. Michael is finding out the hard way.
We've had Michael on the show. I like Michael Bennett.
I do too.
He's deep. He's a deep thinker, but he is his own man. And I can just envision how that went down.
Yep.
Because Brett Bielema, who I met old days at ESPN, he's kind of his own man too, and he's kind of a tough old school guy. And boy, once that clash started, I could see it would just go.
Neither man is backing down.
Nope. And to your point, Coach Belichick will intervene and say, enough of this. So here's how I see this. I don't think Michael has been as valuable to them as they thought they needed him to be, because all of a sudden Chase Winovich, who you know at Michigan, has come alive, man. As a rookie, he's got the second most sacks on the team. Jamie Collins has been way better than I'll bet Coach Belichick thought he would in his second go-round with New England.
Correct.
So now you got those sacks going on. Kyle Van Noy is he's like a Defensive Player of the Year candidate himself. And Adam Butler from Vanderbilt University is right there tied with Michael Bennett at 2.5 sacks. So they're getting sacks from everywhere, and they don't really need production tolerance, this guy. So I'm going to guess that maybe they would wait until after the trade deadline, because if you cut him right now, he's a free agent.
Right.
And they would have to worry that Baltimore or Houston or Kansas City would say, oh, we'll take that guy because we get to turn him back on you.
Right.
But after the trade deadline, then he's got to go through the waivers, and maybe a weaker team, one of the bottom feeders would claim him.
Well, you might be right, Skip, but I think the thing is Michael is understanding. Remember, Chris Long said, I love it here in New England, but I want to play football. You got to play football their way, Skip.
Yes.
And Michael is used to kind of like freelancing a little bit.
There's a certain way. That is it for us. We'll be back tomorrow morning. How you doing?
Look. Yeah. I got a problem. I was going to say no, I got to change my mind.
He changed his mind.
Yes. Because, look, if you say this was an MVP, if you said, okay, if you had to vote for an MVP right now, I would say, okay, I would give it to Russ. Okay. Because I have to watch.
Would?
I would. After watching what he did in Cleveland, watching what he did on Thursday night, I think it was a Thursday night game. Okay. Yeah. But Skip, the best offensive player in football is Pat Mahomes. You do realize that, right? The best quarterback in football right now is Patrick Mahomes.
You told me for 4 weeks it's over. It's runaway MVP.
Skip.
Done deal.
Look here. Russ is having an unbelievable season. Russ has 14 touchdowns, 0 interceptions through the first 6 games. Patrick Mahomes has 14 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2,100 yards. He's 400 passing yards clear of Russ.
So why wouldn't you hang on? Hang in.
Hold on. He's on pace to throw for 5,600 yards, which will be an NFL record, which will be over 100-plus yards more than what Peyton Manning threw for, which is 54-77. Skip, look, and I get it. The last 2 games, and he didn't play well. but he's thrown for basically 600 yards in those 2 games and 4 touchdowns with 1 interception. Is that bad? Patrick Mahomes is the best offensive player, but what Russ is doing, and I think what they're looking at, Skip, is they look at Russ and they say, well, look what Russ has. Russ doesn't have the weapons. He doesn't have a Tyreek. He doesn't have a Travis Kelce.
He's got a Tyler Lockett, man.
Yeah. Okay, if I give you Tyler Lockett or Tyreek Hill, Mecole Hardman, Sammy Watkins hadn't played in like the last 3 weeks, but Skip, he has an offensive weapon. But Russell Wilson should be the MVP. If they had to vote right now, Skip Bayless, I think you would give Russell Wilson the MVP.
Yeah, but all I hear is my homeboy.
He is.
And now he's got to change his nickname to my road boy because he can't win at home.
Hold on. How about Skip?
Sign.
You do realize that they got 10 more games now.
Yeah. Okay. So
You know what them 10 games?
yeah, but you just love this. Like
I do.
You're
I do.
over the moon for
But
this
Skip,
kid.
this is why people they love because I'm objective.
Oh.
They do.
They do. They love my objectivity.
Really
Mm-hmm.
about
That's what it
LeBron
is.
and Mahomes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Objectivity.
Okay. And you've given up on both of them being MVP, which is shocking. to me.
There you go. See,
I think they love your bandwagon jumping.
First of all, I'm real. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about no QBR because you were talking about that. That's QBR and Dak. And you said yesterday you'd rather have Dak over Russell Wilson and my homeboy, which I don't know why. But anyway, go ahead.
Did I say that? I
Yep.
don't remember
Thank you
saying
for
that
clarifying
at all. I
why
don't
we
remember
love ya.
any of that. Sorry. Glad you brought up QBR
Yeah.
because Dak is still #1 in the whole league. I don't know.
Where's their touchdown?
Yeah.
Touchdown interception.
Okay. All I know is his QBR is 83 to Russell Wilson's 82 to Mahomes' 80 to Deshaun Watson's 79. And I would like to make a point. I do not think Deshaun Watson should be out of this conversation.
No, he's not.
Fair.
Because they are 4-2.
Yes.
And if the season did end today, they would have the second bye in the AFC
That's
right now
correct.
to New England.
Yes.
Right.
Well, that's pretty great.
Very.
We do have a lot more football to play because New England does have to go to the Houston Texans.
And they still got Kansas City got to go to Foxborough.
Okay, but again, I'm now circling that. I used to circle the KC date. Now I'm circling the one at Houston, not the one New England has to go to Baltimore. I still think they can beat Baltimore because they're not that dominating. They're not what they used to be. And Lamar is sensational, but I don't think he can out Brady in that road game for the Patriots, right? But Deshaun can out Brady.
Yeah.
And the show he put on at Kansas City, he outplayed my road boy.
Yeah,
That's what happened,
he won.
right?
He won.
Okay.
He won the game.
So he should be right in the middle of this
should.
conversation at 4-2.
He should.
So again, I will give you this, that Russell should be the MVP right now. I'm just shocked that you think you give it up for him.
Skip.
How can you just sell out your kid?
I'm not selling out anybody, but I'm objective.
Yeah.
And I'm right now, as I look at it, Russell Wilson should be the MVP, given that the way he's played. But we got 10.
Poor my road boy's thrown one pick and all of a sudden he's demoted.
Skip. But he's lost the last 2 games. Russell has won his last 2 games, and he's won those games, and he's been unbelievable. He's been phenomenal. I mean, what you want me to do?
Well, we'll see if the Chiefs
Okay.
can get back on track in Denver.
Hope not.
I don't give up.
I know, that's what's weird. You don't want him to get on track.
Nope,
It's your
that'll get-
team. It's
that'll get
confusing. That should be fun for you to watch that one. Could this be the beginning of the end for Patriots Pro Bowler Michael Bennett? That's next.